I really don't want to make this video, guys. I really don't. Being a Bengals fan, it's so tiring. Um, since the 90s, the Bengals have been run the worst franchise in football. And when you think of the worst front office, it might not even be just football. The Bengals front office is the worst in all of sports. And I'm not just trying to, clickbait or be funny. Genuinely, when you think about the Bengals, you think cheapness. And now we're the laughing stock of the NFL once again. We can't even sign our first round pick, Shamar Stewart, to a normal deal to get paid the rest as everybody else. We can't sign Trey Hendrickson, the sack leader, to a normal contract that he deserves. I could literally just break down the Bengals for hours, but let me start off. Since, like I said, the 90s, Mike Brown is an absolute idiot. Mike Brown, our owner, he's the worst owner in sports. Each era and decade of the Bengals since him has been highlighted by cheapness, cutting corners, and just unprofessionalism. And it's cost the Bengals championships. It's cost us contention, winning, and cost us, teams wanting to play for us. We literally made a quarterback, Carson Palmer, leave our team because we didn't sign enough people for him to compete. And he was tired of it. When you look at the Andy Dalton era, we once again did not sign any big name people to compete. Even we were in the playoffs 5 years straight in a row. We didn't think, let's make a splash signing and try to make it all the way to the Super Bowl. And guess what? We couldn't even pay our good players we drafted ourselves. Andrew Whitworth, he left because we lowballed him. Signed with the Rams, got what he deserved, won a ring against us. Joe Burrow era. The one era, it took us into the 2010 or 2020s to finally start paying guys. But now it's only the offense. Yeah, sure, we signed Burrow to the, record-breaking contract. We signed, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins to the 4-year deals, even though the T. Higgins one was drawn out with 2 franchise tags. Cool. What about the defense? Not one signing. One meaningful signing. Trey Hendrickson. He's literally the best signing the Bengals have ever had. The Bengals literally were started in the 1960s. He's the best signing we've ever had outside of draft. We aren't signing him. And he's not even asking for anything crazy. He wants to be paid in the $30 million range. We have $32 million. If we cut a few bums, which I already said, cut Cordell Volson off the O-line, cut Zach Moss. We don't need him, especially we just drafted another running back. Cut a few more guys if we have to that aren't meaningful. Get up to $35 million. Boom. Give Trey Hendrickson a 4-year deal just like you gave them. Bam. He's in the top 3 most paid edge rusher. He's happy. And we have our solid best defensive player. Why is that so hard, Bengals? Why do you have to make everything difficult? No, you would rather lowball him. You give our best defensive player that led the league with 17.5 sacks only $28 million offer. That's what, barely top 10? And he led the league in sacks. He's been consistent pretty much every year besides when he gets injured, which isn't, common. Come on, we gotta grow up. As long as Mike Brown is the owner, you can never sadly, and I hate saying this because I'm the biggest Bengals fan out there, you can't take the Bengals serious. You can't really call us contenders because he's going to continuously hold us back. You know, Trey Hendrickson himself literally said in an interview about how he feels. He says, "We've tried to keep it as least amount of personal as possible, but at some point in this process, it has become personal." That's not what you want your best defensive player to be saying about your team. That just shows that you guys are unprofessional, cheap, and cut corners. Like I said before. Now, our first round pick that we drafted, I already said I didn't like this pick because we were drafting based on potential. We need win now players. And we can't even get this guy that's a potential merchant. I'm sorry, but it's true. We can't even get him to sign because we're lowballing him, and we should have just never even picked him if we didn't want him. Like, this is what he has to say. "I'm 100% right. I'm not asking for nothing y'all have never done before." Like, this is embarrassing. Every other team is signing their draft picks. Like, pretty much every team knows how to sign their best players. And if they're not, they're doing it for a reason. Us, we're just cheap. We cut corners and we're unprofessional. And we're never going to win a Super Bowl until we change that stuff. And I hate to say that because I'm the biggest Bengals fan, but the Bengals are a joke. The front office is. And as a Bengals fan, you hate to make this type of video, but it's pure facts, and it's sad. We'd rather kill ourselves, and the Bengals front office would rather kill themselves and their potential, wasting Burrow's great prime, great years, and all of our other great players just to be right, just to be cheap. Unbelievable, man.